Today is the 6th of December, and many of us are already gesticulating. We can't wait for 25th to come by. Mm, why is it that way all the time? It's just so, I don't know the time to use. So let's break it down, friends. Hello, good evening. This is Universal Sister Anne of God. I hope your weekend is going well. Saturday. So once it's the 1st of December, people begin to clamor, to plan, to prepare, all because of 25th. Why is that so? Have we ever bothered to ask? Many times, people who also get into this preparation mode are not Christians. So, Christianity has become a sort of package sold out there, and everybody is at home with it. That's beautiful, you know. But as beautiful as it is, the rush, the commercialization of life and things generally, this season is not as it should be. We need to check our motives, friends, when we do whatever we do. Another bad side to this that people find themselves in a so-called waiting for the 25th of December is a lifestyle thing. Some would want to imagine that it's the last month of the year. I have worked from the beginning of the year till now. I think I must celebrate myself. You know, I must give myself kudos. Fine, that's beautiful. But giving yourself kudos or thanking yourself doesn't mean drinking to stupor, living a fast paced lifestyle, indulging in licentious living, you know, this crash kind of living, or crass, if you will, because many times when you look at such situations, you can't even imagine what to tag it. It's just nameless or tagless, and something that people cannot name, no one can find meaning in it. So that means people are living meaningless lives in the name of preparing for Christmas. Some, since the first of this month, have gone into the mood of blasting fireworks. And this is money. So people prefer that they spend the hard earned money, but I doubt many of them into the fireworks things or even those other kinds of fast paced living may not be the ones that work for this money. Because money that one gets frivolously ends up being spent frivolously. That's an adage. Whatever you sow, you reap. If you sow living a fast kind of life, then that's what you're going to reap. The way you get the money is the way the money goes. That's a brief background of the trouble we want to look at or digest or just, dissect. Try to see what's behind it. Oh, so the kinds of lifestyle we've just looked at is not what it should be for the season. especially for Christians, or even normal thinking people. Let's put it this way: Advent is a time of waiting, and that's a season Catholics celebrate before Christmas proper. So we began the first Sunday of Advent this past Sunday, right? Tomorrow will be the second Sunday of Advent. So, in the course of these days, we are celebrating and looking at certain Bible books that dwell on the prophecy, talking about the birth of Jesus, Isaiah and other parts of the Bible. A sort of story is being told, you know, Christians or people who read the Bible will understand. But I don't expect that people must read the Bible to be part of this story or this video. All I'm trying to let us understand is there is a way to prepare for Christmas, and it is not the way we see it today. Mm. So, how do we wait? How do people wait? Thinking people, serious people, worthy people, waiting goes with patience. When we say someone is waiting, it means what the person is seeking is not available at the moment. So there is a period of waiting, and that period of waiting comes with patience. So I need something and it's gonna come, but it hasn't come. Not this fast kind of pace we have these days. Oh, I must buy this. Oh, I must go shopping. Oh, I need to get this. Oh, the decoration. Oh, the this. Oh, the that. Wow, it's crazy. It can be so hectic. You will find out that some people will eventually fall sick at the end of the whole celebration. For what purpose? I don't know. You know, mm, this is like a mind rubbing thing. It's not just for me to lie down here and tell you what to do. It's something we all need to reappraise, something we need to look at again, you know, if we haven't had the time to go through it in the past years or all these years of our life. You know, we need to have a look at it, review the way we prepare for Christmas. And some people will also find themselves doing things they're not supposed to do because of Christmas. Families may be torn apart because of disagreements related to preparing for Christmas. People who have not really, in their own way, achieved what they set out to do this year will be troubled, and they could find themselves in certain dilemmas, that kind of thing. It's just the whole panorama of things playing out this season and time. And where you find lots of things, clamoring for attention, you've got to be careful. You need to have a calm head to really look at the things and come out with tangible, um, something tangible. Yeah. So many things hit at us this season. You need to really take your time to look at the things playing around you and go for what really matters. Peace of mind, you know. So at the end of the celebration, what comes out of it When we are following things, expecting things, we hope to gain something at the end of it. So for you, what is that thing? What would it be for me? Hi, good evening. It's evening on my end. Yes, I'm just trying to talk about this whole preparation of Christmas, how we do it that doesn't sit well at the end of the day, and we fail to really garner why we are even in this season. Not just for Christmas, I mean Christians rather, but for everybody, because as it is now, everyone in one way or the other celebrates Christmas. In Europe and America, you find even people from other religions decorating. So it's a culture. Hello, you tiger. Did I pronounce it well? Where are you joining from? Thank you for joining the live. So it just struck me to share with us, how are we preparing for this Yuletide season? What do you hope to gain at the end of the Yuletide? It's the end of the year. So that's why Christmas tends to draw everybody together, because we are heading towards the end of the year, even if it's not what your religion celebrates. But every religion has a kind of celebration at the end of the year. So all of these celebrations tend to converge, you know, not that people are changing from their religions to other religions. The end of the year is a beautiful time. And that is why, friends, we need to understand what is at stake for us during this time of the year. What language do you speak? So what is at stake for all of us at the end of 2025? We set out in January, you know, and we are still here. Thanks be to God. It's been sort of a race. All of us have been on a race with God's guidance, and here we are in December. So it calls for gratitude, it calls for thanksgiving, not all the hustle and bustle things, because God, who gave you the sustenance and everything that has kept you thus far, never asked you for anything to give you the year on a platter. You received it free of charge. God also does not need anything from at the end of the year to say, oh, I gave you this. What do you have to give me? No. We are not in a competition with each other to say, what were you able to achieve in 2025? So don't have that mentality that you are in competition. And that is the competitive thing around this whole end of year thing. Christmas, 31st, 1st of January, people are always as if they are clamoring. There is a crown to be given us at the end of the year. No, friends, there's no crown. No one is crowning. Be yourself. Own yourself. Okay? All you've got to do is to be thankful to God. Celebrate on a low key if that is what you can afford. Don't celebrate borrowing money or wanting others to think that you have it all. I think I've hit the nail on the head. We don't need all the clamoring, the hustling and bustling, the troubles here and there, the doings, the going ons to end the year. We can end the year the way we started the year, and nothing will go wrong. And nothing is going wrong, friends. So I roll back to my beginning. We have a season before Christmas or before the end of the year, and that is what Catholic Christians will call Advent. From the Latin generation of that word, it simply means adventus, coming from or expecting or moving towards. So the season runs for like 3 weeks and some days, and then we get into the 25th, Christmas proper. What are we celebrating on that 25th? Christians celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ, the Son of God, who came to save us. 26th, we celebrate Boxing Day. Everybody celebrates Boxing Day, where we package gifts for all of our friends, no matter what religion we belong to. 27, 28, 29, 30th, 31st, people are preparing to end the year in a fitting way. Fitting does not mean glamour. Fitting way does not mean competition. Ending the year in a fitting way does not call for a fight. It calls for just you being you, the way you were. Because if you were something in the beginning of the year and you end up becoming something else at the end of the year, there is a problem, you know. So, my call this evening is to say, dear friends, let us remain the whole, serious, thinking, wonderful people that we were in January, in December. Okay? Right thinking can help us achieve that. So I encourage all of us to rethink our stance on this end of the year celebrations. Take a step back, pause, reflect how you lived the life or journeyed through January till now. Find out the ways or the points at which things went awry and try to fix them, you know, as much or as best as you can with the time you have left. Let's try fixing our lives. There, I said it again. When we expect something, we live in accordance with what we are expecting. At the end of the year, we expect to finish this year in joy, peace, gladness. Let's try to make it work, friends. End the year a better person. Is it? And that is what Advent season calls for. That is what Christmas celebrates. A new thing came from God that wants us to become new human beings. So let's think from today before the end of this month that I want to remain a better person. We can do this. No one is perfect. No one is too bad to be reformed. Reformation should be what we need at the end of the year. We don't pray to remain bad people or non functioning people, but we want to begin to excel. So let's finish the year as men and women who have accomplished things, accomplished themselves, and all that. That is my contribution to how we can end the year better as opposed to what we've done in other years. Okay? So let's try. I will try. Put our hearts together, our minds together, and be focused. Let's be focused as the year comes to an end. Let's work towards being focused men and women as 2025 comes to a wrap. We pray that we will all be able to see the end of 2025. That is my prayer for all of us. I hope you say an amen to that. Mudafa handshake. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining my live. So, I'm just simply calling all of us to say, oh, friends, I wish and hope we can all end this year as better persons. That should be our dream. Today is just the 6th. We can make it happen. Hmm? Let's try to end the month as better people, better than we started it. Re strategize, refocus your mind and attention. Go back to the months past and try to rectify some mistakes. If we've had quarrels with people, let us try to reach out to them. In our places of work, let us try to fill in the spaces that opened up in the course of this year. Let us rejoin our families if perchance we sort of dissociated in the course of 2025. Let us remember to call our friends and let us not forget to plan ahead for 2026. Ouch! It's just around the corner. Oh, my arm. 2026 is calling. Are you ready for it? We still have about 3 weeks to go. You got it. You got it in you. I got a feeling. I know I got what it takes to end this year in a better way. hmm And I want to try to do that. The year has been here. Many issues happened, but we thank God that we are still here. When there is life, there is hope. And that is how I'm going to end it. Advent, Christmas is a season of hope. Remain hopeful. And that is my message for you. I bring you a message of hope. Let's remain hopeful. Be hopeful. Hopeful. Yeah. See ya.